Alright guys, so let's start working on this exhaust right here, the turbo downpipe. 4 bolts, 2 and 2 down there. Those are 14 mil. We'll start trimming it out. And after that, 10 mil right there, 10 mil right there on the up pipe. So I cracked them loose already. I use a 14 mil socket in those on the exhaust. See if we can spin the propeller. Yeah, right there guys, she's spinning. You're gonna be replacing this gasket right here. Some of them has no leak, but you can see has that one in the corner right there, especially on this side right here. You see that black blowing gasket, almost blowing. So it's better to replace that. It was like this, sitting. You can see that there's a little bit of a rust spot right there because of that. So we're gonna clean this up and put a brand new one. All right, so next, take out this the upper one here, quick. Those are the 10 mil, left and right. There's only 4 of them there. There we go. You can see a lot of evidence of wet spot right there. This is from the intake, from the filter, goes in here, compress, goes out, pressurized. So, I'm gonna have to clean this up. Get the gasket out. You got 4 of these gaskets are the same, I believe. There's 2 right there, and then same one as right here, and the same thing on this side. If I put this here, it will wind up right there. So all 4 gaskets are the same. Now let's start cleaning up on the top of the turbo right here. There's cooler lines and then the oil line right here. So this one right here on the side goes up, Y pipe. It goes to the Y pipe to 1. Those are coolant. Okay, this is coolant in there. And then one on the top, this line right here goes to the top of the turbo. There's a banjo fitting. Same thing on this side. Those are the oil, okay? Oil. So this right here is a nut, is loose already, 17 mil. Loosen that up. And then take out the hose clamp right there. Loosen up this hose from the outlet of the coolant. And then we're gonna be replacing this hose. So many hose clamp here, look at this. Just look disgusting. Right, so loosen that nut, take out that line out, and then the top here is freely now, it's loose. Now we're gonna be working on the bottoms next. The oil drain right here for this back turbo, and then the oil drain right here for the front turbo. So to do that, let's bring up this engine up with this hoist so we have lots of room. So the return line of turbo is loose, 2 of them. The pressurize of the oil right here. The main connector is loose. The coolant on this side right here. The main pressure is loose. Now we need to find the return line of the coolant. And I know there's nothing down there. And you can see it's right there. Okay, right below the outlet going to the lower right hose right there, return line. So let's quickly take this out, detach the hose. All right, so taking out this turbo from the block, there's 2 nuts in the front, 1 in the back, and then 3 on the very back, 2 bolts here as well. So 3 nuts, 6, and then plus 2 bolts. All right, there we go. There's 2 gaskets right there, big fat one and then the little one. This is like a tunnel. So there's an adapter in between the block and the turbo. I don't know exactly the name, but it looks like a tunnel ram right there, where it bolts right on here. Look at this. That's like heat crack right there. There's a coolant right there going back to the engine. This is the intake coolant. This is the return. So I'm gonna clean this up. Same thing on this side. We're gonna clean it up. Continue taking out the shield, and it'll be exposed, all the nuts and bolts. And then we're gonna clean this whole thing up. All right, there's a 10 mil right here bolt, same thing on the other side, and then there's a 12 bolt right here on the bottom. Take out this shield. All right, so a nut down here, there's 2, and then 2 nuts on the top, and this whole thing will come out easy. You can see there's a exhaust carbon right there because there's a blow-in gasket. This one right here is fine. See right there. So we had to replace all this. We don't want to reuse the old gasket. We had to replace it. All right, that's the evidence right there of blow-in gasket.